Gang, welcome to Supersiders Presents. We're back. I believe this is officially episode 2 of 2023. It took us a little bit to get rolling, but we've been busy. You know how things go. I'm going to welcome everybody again. This is Tanner Winslow, and this is Tyler Egan. So, you know me, Douglas Cassette, let me start over. The specialist. I'm always a specialist, and it's a solution specialist, so let's just go there. All right. Now, we've been having some problems with storms. And let's just talk about what we mean by problems, things that necessarily aren't going right for certain people. So we just want to bring up a concern. One of the things I definitely want to say is do not, I'm going to say it 3 times, do not sign anything with a contractor until you've done your due diligence. What does that mean?
First off, you should know what your coverage is. Most people don't know their coverages off the top of their head.
Right.
Because they're not studying their policies.
Right.
What we do is we offer 6, more like 10 questions, because there's like subsections of the question, but 6 questions that we have homeowners ask their agent before they file a claim or even sign up with us. And those 6 questions basically are the main things that would ever come up on if you're going to pay anything out of pocket.
Again, just to verify kind of what our coverage is before we make a claim to see what's covered.
Exactly. If
Makes
there's
sense.
matching exclusions or cosmetic damage exclusions, one that helps with us doing our inspection. If there's exclusion to cosmetic of metals, well, we shouldn't waste our time inspecting all the metals.
Right.
Because
right.
even if they're all damaged, insurance isn't going to pay for it.
Yeah. You
We'll like to note it, but we don't need to document every little aspect of it because we don't need to submit it to the insurance company. We can bring it up to the homeowner's attention of, hey, this and this got damaged. You know, they said that you don't have coverage for that. We can still give you a price on how much it's going to be, but expect that to be out of pocket. You know,
Yeah.
and those are the things that you want to know beforehand, because that's where you don't want to go 6-7 months down the road fighting with the insurance company. You, the homeowner, calling dozen times, sending emails, us sending a dozen emails, documenting all these photos, sending out explanations, and then we figure out they didn't have coverage for it in the first place.
Right.
So it's waste of time on our part, waste of time on the homeowner's part, and then you're in the position of, well, how much is it going to be?
Exactly. So to kind of recap, these people are out there, gang, and they're knocking on doors. They're sweating. They're uncomfortable. They've been out there for 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 hours in the sun. And they're working hard to earn business. God bless them, right? America's great. But at the end of the day, what I want to make clear is it's a biased thing. They're trying to accrue new business, new contracts, and to them, they don't have the time or the energy to do the due diligence. We don't initially sign contracts because what we found is if we do that too early before we find these answers and do these efforts, that we'll find ourselves in a pickle and like you said, months down the road, in a frustrating position. And again, imagine 8 months of somebody holding up your house being done. You'd be pretty frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at month 12. We're running out of a deadline maybe where they're going to keep money. And said homeowner's like, well, Supersiders, you haven't done what you're supposed to do, what your contract said. Well, we couldn't because they didn't have coverage for it, and we can't do work for free.
Right.
So now it's in a real spot where they're looking at us saying, well, I wish I wouldn't have wasted this time and went with you. And we're saying, yeah, we spent a lot of time and energy, and it looks like we're not doing work together, so this is bad for everybody. And so we're just saying to you guys, please do the diligence, find these answers, reach out to Supersiders if you need to. I think we'll have a link below somewhere down here where you can contact us and just basically say, hey, I have more information that I need. Come on out, talk to me. We can even do a video conference if you guys are out of state or at a business work conference or something. But again, let's make sure that you're having somebody help you that really wants to, that understands the process, and we can, do it in an easy and simple way. We're not going to promise anything, but we'll promise we'll work hard for you.
Yeah, save time on the front end. What's the quote by Abraham Lincoln? Spend X amount of time sharpening your axe.
I like this.
It's a good one.
I'll take over. It's this one. An ounce of prevention is a pound of repair.
Yep. Spend a little bit of time in the beginning so you know everything, and then you can make an educated decision on what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And here's the thing, gang. We get it. It's a trying time. there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of concern. You don't know exactly how much damage is there, what it's going to continue to do. But I promise you, running forward and just blindly going ahead with a contractor that isn't doing their due diligence, just doing it blind as well, they're not smart enough to do that at that point. So please pick a contractor that's willing to take the time. So whether it's not us or it is, but we appreciate it anyway. Thank you. Let's do something fun. Let's talk about some would you rather.
Would you rather? Yeah.
Lead the charge, Egan.
Yeah, so I'm going to be the moderator today. I'm also going to answer the would you rather. So there's going to be 3 of us today. So the first one is, would you rather never have to sleep again or never have to eat again?
Oh, good gosh.
Who's coming up with these providers? Because I enjoy both so much.
I'd rather never sleep again.
See, I'm in the same boat. Some of my hobbies include eating, so grilling, using my smoker, stuff like that. So never have. It says never have to eat, so you still could eat, but I don't know. Some of my hobbies just involve.
Okay, hold on. So if it's saying never have to sleep or never have to eat, then we could do it for either. So we're just going to assume that we're not doing one or the other. Right.
Yeah.
Now, we're also going to assume that we're not going to die from this.
Correct.
Okay. Yep. I got to go with Tanner. I'd rather not sleep.
Yep.
I mean, because here's the thing. Imagine how much you'd get done. I mean, what does Rusty always say? You're working 12 hours? Well, it looks like you're only working half day.
Right.
And I'm always like in my mind going, well, what about sleep? You know, like, you know, what an animal. But some people have that mentality, and I've never been like that. I've never been the wake up at 4 a.m. and it doesn't bother me person. I literally feel sick, like I want to throw up, and I just get grumpy. And, you know, it's like I got to work my way through that. It's hard. It sucks. I hated it for school, and I hated it for stuff like that, which is why I'm not one of the earliest people in the office, which everybody knows. But I'm working at it. At the end of the day, though, if I could just never sleep again, think of the things you could do.
Yeah.
Right.
But at the same time, that might really mess with your psychology of things.
Oh, you would probably hate eating.
I feel like you could get over that pretty easily, and it wouldn't disrupt your thought process on things.
Are you serious? But you got every time I diet, the hardest part is not eating. It's what do I do while I'm not eating? It's like, you know what I mean? I go on the diet. I'm like, all I can do is go to the gym when I'm not eating. Because what else do I do? If I watch TV, I want to eat. You know, so I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do anything else that I did comfortable. So it's like, what do? I got to do yard work, go to the gym, and then I have a window of time. I'm like, what's left?
Right.
So I think the sleep is one where you would have to be like a Cape Crusader at night. Because what are you going to do with all that time?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
you would have so much time on your hands that it could definitely start turning things.
Well, same thing with you live forever.
You got to assume that the natural sleep side effects wouldn't apply.
Well, it wouldn't, but at the same time,
you still have
you might get really bored.
Right.
That's not a natural side effect of not sleep. That's just a natural side effect of nothing else to do.
Right.
So if you're a Cape Crusader and you're saving people in the middle of the night,
right?
Yeah, you might have to become Batman.
I don't know. You might have to come with a no man. I mean, I think Batman's kind of outdated, isn't it? I mean, haven't they made 8 movies now?
Well, they've made a few, but who else am I going to be?
Right.
I can't be Spider-Man.
That's the whole point. You haven't become it yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, all right. So fair. So I think we've all agreed that it's probably sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This next one, if you've been following along, you'll probably already know what Tanner's answer is. But would you rather have the ability to fly like a bird or be able to swim underwater like a fish?
Fly.
I'd pick swim.
Why would you want to swim?
Think of the Earth and how much water is on the Earth.
Okay.
And I can fly over water, but I like swimming. I think it's fun. So being able to swim like a fish, just saying, I think it'd be a good time. Flying is cool, but I'm not a huge heights guy.
How often do you go swimming?
I mean, when I'm near water.
How often do you travel on land?
Pretty often.
Every day?
Pretty much.
Multiple times a day?
Yeah,
there's a lot of variables though. Fly that are unfair right now because if he could fly or he could, swim that way, he would probably do it a lot more, right?
If I could swim like a fish, I could just go to you.
Yeah, but let's be fair with each other.
I mean, you still need food.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I could swim like a fish.
Just gonna have a pack of beef jerky with you?
You're right.
It'd take a long time.
It's a lot of fruit bag though. It's in a waterproof bag.
Yeah. You still need it.
Okay.
I mean, the first question didn't apply also to this one.
And you know,
Yeah, I don't know.
You still need to eat.
I still think
Still need to sleep.
it's a great question because initially when I heard it, I thought exactly what you thought. The land is most water, right? The world is most water. I'd probably get more use out of swimming. But then at practical, I'm thinking what Tanner was saying because as a little boy, I always wanted to be Superman and fly, and that was the thought. Now, you made a comment, and I'm going to bring something up about it. You said you have fear of heights.
I do.
That's because you can't fly.
It's true.
If you could fly, I would not be afraid of heights again. Like, so that would change all of that. So I think we should be able to concur that flying is the most practical.
Yeah, and what are you going to do? It's cold. Oh, I can swim like a fish, so now I'm going to quit my day job. Or go swimming in rivers.
You're going to quit your day job to fly?
No, I'm going to fly.
What's your day job? I'm a professional salmon. I swim on river.
I would imagine you'd probably get some good sponsors if you could string
Who did Michael Phelps get sponsored by?
Subway.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure you got Subway.
Yeah, you'll be next to Steph Curry making sandwiches.
Sure, you got a few sponsors, but I remember the Subway one.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, this is a good one. All right, next one. Would you rather have the ability to talk to animals, but they could only talk about the weather,
Oh my God.
or be able to communicate with plants, but they can only discuss gardening tips?
Who comes up with these questions?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'll say it again. Please repeat the question, sir.
Right. Would you rather have the ability to talk to animals, but they can only talk about the weather, or be able to communicate with plants, but they can only discuss gardening?
Hold on. I have to say something first. It makes no sense that the animals would want to talk about the weather.
That's what
If they wanted to talk about like maintaining their fur or something like that, or the way that they hunt in the way I get it, but like are they weather? When did they become weather professionals? When is like the gerbil of the next Dave Dahl?
Yeah, animals actually always know when the weather's.
Oh, yeah, that's it's the hyperbaric pressure or whatever.
Like the birds are always flying different when the
Okay.
weather's coming.
I just thought that was okay. So now I know.
But at the same time, like, hey, bird, is a storm coming? No? Okay, thanks. I mean, now I get it. I'll check in 35 minutes.
A bear will hibernate when the winter's coming. Yeah, I get it. But at the end of the day, yeah, all animals, like, you're going to an iguana and you're like,
Yeah.
what's the weather going to be today? Is it going to rain at 4 o'clock? I need to know I got a tennis match. You know?
Yeah, like, I don't care about the weather that much. Yeah, I'd rather get gardening tips, I guess.
I know that's what I'm talking about.
But I would eat.
Really good.
Yeah, it would. Gardening's very good at.
You can make a pretty sweet garden.
Yeah.
True. I love animals, and initially I was like, talking to animals would be cool. But then I'm like, just look outside for the weather.
You had me at talk to animal until you kept talking.
Yeah, right.
That was like, that's all they can say. I don't know. I'm that interested.
Like, we got our landscaping done and we have new plants, and like 3 of them are like bone dry already. So that's where I like to talk to the plant. I'm like, hey, what do you need?
What do you like?
I need gardening tips because you've been planted for like 3 weeks and you're already dead.
I have a garden going, and I got some awesome things in my garden this year. I got whatever was available, right? Because you go to the store and like you get like green plants. So I got like lavender and spearmint and whatever. But then I got freaking jalapenos. I got cucumber. I got watermelon, strawberry, green beans, all colors green peppers, red, yellow, orange, and green, and then tomatoes.
Yeah.
For some reason, the strawberry plant will not grow. It just poop-headed out on me. And that was the one I was most excited about.
Right.
And I gave it like space to be a bush. And I was like, yeah, this is gonna no. And so if I could talk to that guy, text him, read his Instagram, whatever I have to do, it would be great to like figure out what a strawberry bush really needs. So go ahead and chime in if you guys want to throw some information out. How do you keep a strawberry bush alive?
I heard those things will run rapid.
Yeah, because everything else is doing great. I got green beans. I'm waiting for the watermelon. The plant is literally like taken over. Nothing has come yet. So I think what's going to happen? No, what happens is it's probably going to be a late bloomer. And what is it? The green peppers are firing. And those puppies are $1.50 a pop.
So every time I like to cook with peppers. I like the potatoes. Those things that you go to the store and it adds up. Like you said, $1.50 a pop. I can't always tell you about beans.
I mean, your hourly pay is probably more than
Oh yeah, dude.
whatever, but
Do you know how many weeds you gotta pick in the garden? It sucks. They just keep coming back, and they're the ones that suck. Where like they try to prick you, so you gotta have the gnarly little gloves. Otherwise, every time you're getting a rash on you, it's yeah.
you need it to be a hobby if you're gonna do it, because financially, it's probably just more worth it to just keep working at your job, whatever amount of time.
Right.
But if you enjoy gardening, then it makes sense to do it, because one, you're getting to save some money on your food, and you get to do a hobby and
Sense of accomplishment.
You're assuming I'm not going to be like a multi-billionaire in the next 15 years.
that's true.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's, gosh.
Of course, that's the plan. Actually, we're gonna do this one instead. On the gardening now.
He just asked for us.
Would you rather have an endless supply of your favorite food, but never get to eat anything else, or be able to eat whatever you want, but never taste your favorite food again?
Whatever I want.
Okay, so then we just deem one thing as our favorite.
Correct. You pick one thing as your favorite, like, let's say, like
Obviously,
tomahawk.
yeah, obviously the second option, because I can forego one thing if I can have everything else.
Right.
But if it's your favorite food,
It wouldn't
That
be
will,
like
that will forget about my favorites real quick. If my favorite sandwich at Jersey Mike's is taken off the menu, I will have a new favorite next week.
right? Does it change it if it's favorite meal? So you get, an entree and sides.
Only if it was your last meal.
Yeah.
I mean, those poor sons of guns that have to pick their last meal, and you see that like on a movie, and you think about it, like, wow, it'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd want the best fabulous meal you could have, obviously, but let's not ever think about that again.
Right?
Yeah, I would definitely go with everything else besides my favorite, because if you're only eating your favorite, give it like 3 weeks, you're gonna be like, I never want this again.
What's the top thing? What's the top thing you couldn't give up? Let's just talk about it. What's the top thing right now? Right now.
Thing you couldn't give up.
Yeah. I've never had Wagyu beef anyway, so I don't even know what that tastes like.
Sure, it's right.
It had some real good steaks. That's probably what it would be. Steak, some
Yeah, call it an aged ribeye or something. Something just
thing I
tasty as could be.
couldn't get rid of, man. I like potatoes a lot.
potato.
They're so versatile, and like I want to say steak. You want to say steak. You want to say all this, but like, if there was one thing, like I have potatoes probably 4 or 5 days a week.
Are you the Bubba Gump of potatoes? Do you know like 84 ways to make potatoes? It's like potato souffle, potato scampi, potato sandwich, potato three-way.
I know it's an unpopular opinion, but
I'm not against that. I'm just giving you crap because it's fun, but
no, I feel like no one answered that. So.
no, that's legit. Okay.
It's a good answer, and I like it, but
So then the second part of the question would be,
I just like chicken.
if you had to give up potatoes, you couldn't come up with a replacement. You couldn't like there's other kinds of potato-esque
like what?
roots out there, like yams, sweet a different version of a sweet potato.
Oh, I'm gonna say potato, but not as much as I like regular potatoes.
But would you give up sweet or potatoes for sweet potatoes if you could have everything else?
I mean, probably.
Yeah, there's other roots
Yes.
that can do potato things, that people use that can't use potatoes for starch.
Yeah.
And they'll use other roots. I see them on cooking shows where they'll do those same type of things, like fries or whatever you want to do. I mean, give me the top 3 things you do with potatoes anyway, because now I'm curious.
Top 3: French fries, fried potatoes, and mashed potatoes.
Okay, hold on. Mashed potatoes, everybody knows. French fries.
Potatoes.
What is a fried potato?
Like fried.
Chuck it in a deep fryer, like
No,
potato hole and all.
Saucepan. Put some onions and stuff, some peppers. It's really good.
So like you slice it up.
Like,
Okay.
like basically breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast potatoes. Yes, exactly.
Just not. I mean, they're fried a little differently, but yeah,
So basically, you're just gung ho on fries and fried potatoes.
pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I love baked potatoes. I love
Because everybody likes
mashed
mashed
potatoes, scalloped potatoes. Any kind of potato. I like it.
Sounds like you're in a starch gravy.
I love potatoes. Yeah. We've been on potatoes for the last week,
And now he's saying, "What have you been?"
My man, 120 pound sack of potatoes. Just keeps them in the pantry. Oh God.
I like to.
Oh God.
You brought up touchy subject.
I did.
I've been out of potatoes for a week.
Potatoes for a week.
I've been really mad at Dustin.
Yeah.
He went to Costco, forgot to pick up
Potatoes.
potatoes.
I haven't been able to sleep.
All right. we'll move on to the next one, I guess. This one's easy for me, but it's a good thought-provoking one. Would you rather be a famous celebrity with no privacy or an unknown person with complete privacy and a close circle of friends?
Gee,
That's my life. I'll take number two. I'll take number two. Oh, God, I like my life. I like my life.
Are you there? I'll be fine.
Yeah. Repeat the first part again, though. A celebrity with no privacy, essentially.
that's just, yeah. Who wants that? I think everybody that has that, when we watch those Netflix shows or those shows or whatever that expose people, they're trying to get away from it. You know, like I remember even seeing the thing about Michael Jordan. He was like stuck in a hotel when he was killing it and getting all these rings. He was stuck in a stupid hotel sitting like this watching TV, and he said that was the most comfortable time for him. And I was like, how freaking sad is that? You can't enjoy anything because people just want to mob you. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't want fault.
yeah. What about you, Jackie? Chime in on this last one. Would you want to be a celeb?
Private.
Who you are?
Private.
We'll make this one the last one because it's a little bit more thought-provoking, I think. Would you rather live in a world where everyone always tells the truth or a world where everyone is required to lie at least once a day?
Excuse me. That was hilarious.
I was saying, telling the truth always can be good and bad.
Yeah.
But if you're always telling the truth, is it good and bad? Because like it's just a normal.
What's the bad about it?
Some people, sometimes like you're third, so
What if someone said you're ugly?
Or your wife.
I get it, but you want to know. That's what I think you're. You know what I'm saying? Like you'd rather know than not know. Like I'd rather know the truth of what's going on and be transparent and like get away or repair what's wrong than just hide my head in the
You
sand.
can't repair.
Then it's time to go.
Well, that's not fair. You're not perfect.
right.
It's not about being perfect. It's about knowing the truth.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, it's because that's the whole thing. Because then if you don't know, the question is, what else don't I know? How deep does this go? How deep is this glacier? I see the tip of the iceberg, but I don't know how deep it goes. So that's the whole point, right? Like, and the thought is like, if you say, let's say work related, right? We're in a business office. Let's say it's a little stupid thing like a guy was late and he just overslept and he makes a dumb thing like something was wrong with my car, right? Now, how do you trust him on what he brought in on the contract or what he's telling to his customer or what the price was? Because those are really more important than what happened to his car. He's going to lie about that. He's going to lie about not oversleeping, which is one thing that we'd be like, hey, come on, you shouldn't oversleep, but we wouldn't fire him for that. Be honest, though. Tell us the truth. If you're going to lie about that, you're going to lie about something else. And that's the thing that always scares me about that, right? As a dad, as a parent, that was the biggest thing I always said to the kids is do not lie, right? Because if I can trust everything that you say, then I can always help you.
Yeah.
It's positive.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Like, yeah, that's a hard one, man.
I don't know, man.
But lie once a day, I like the idea.
IT. I don't know. Boys.
Yep. So that's what I'm saying. The biggest thing is as a dad that I thought was don't lie. I mean, you can make a lot of mistakes in life, but be honest.
All right.
And
We'll go back on the dad thing. Your kid is, let's say, 3 years old.
Okay.
Hey, Dad, is Santa real?
Not a something one. Yes.
Hold on. I got this. Absolutely. Do you see Christmas presents under the tree? Yeah, we do that. Oh, great.
Right.
Did you write a letter to Santa? Yeah, we did that. Did you get something on that letter?
Right.
Wonderful. Now, later on in life, when he comes up to me at 12 or 13 or 16 or 32, because maybe I held on that long, he says, Dad, that was you. I'm doing it now. I know Santa isn't real. And I look at him and I go, was he real in your heart, though? Yeah.
Right.
So it's all about you. Why? I'm not confirming that the guy's coming down a chimney and breaking into our house. You know, I'm not going to that extent, but I'm throwing it out there because it's one of those things that keeps a fun environment.
You really think that's the hardest question to overcome?
No, it's just the one that comes to my head.
That's a pretty easy one to overcome.
When they ask you something about like doing something illegal, and you tell them not to, and they say, "Have you done it?" That's one you don't lie on, because when they find out you did it, they're gonna feel like, "Why would I trust you and do what you said?" And they're gonna throw it in your face. So that's when you want to basically show that card and say, "Yeah," but obviously word it the best way possible. Gang, thank you so much for joining us for episode 2. In 2023, we'll be back soon with some more wonderful information and fun questions Did everybody have a good time?
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll see you next time.
All right.